Hi everyone, today I want to talk about empaths learning to put themselves first. I would say that's the number one skill that most empaths need to learn, not avoiding being overwhelmed by other people's emotions. And that is because learning to put yourself first will accomplish learning to be overwhelmed by other people's emotions and will put you in a different energetic interaction with other people. So a lot what is talked about with empaths is that they are highly sensitive to other people's emotions, and not just emotions, but things like being in the city or movement or sound or whatever. And all of that is true. But what isn't talked about with empaths is the fact that choosing to be that focused or develop, rather, let me not say that. Let me say instead, being in the habit of being that focused on things outside you is a habit that you have developed over time and that has become stronger and stronger. The momentum of that habit and that focus has become stronger and stronger over time, that you no longer feel in control of it and maybe have very little control of it at this time. But like any habit, it is a habit that can be reversed, and you will still keep the skill of being highly sensitive to energy, because emotions is just energy. But you can choose where to direct that focus at any time. And that really is the key to living in the world as an empath, as someone who is energetically sensitive, and being happy about being in this world. Because the reality is, there is a lot in this world that isn't good for us to be around and isn't good for us to be emotionally connected to. And we have to choose what we want to be connected to and what we don't. And the other reality is there's a lot in this world that is really, really good for us to be highly connected to. So being an empath shouldn't be seen as being a bad thing or being a burden, because it's something that's a state of being that can fill you up and inspire you and lift you up very easily and very quickly, if you can become so energetically involved with things that make you feel good. And if you remember that you have that choice of where to focus your energy. And really that comes with putting yourself first. And what I have found is a lot of empaths have developed the habit of becoming empaths because somewhere when they were young, they decided it was more important to put other people first. And these are people that are already energetically very sensitive. And then when they make the decision that it's more important to put other people first, then they become sort of like a slave to other people's emotions, in that they're always thinking about, well, what is someone else feeling and thinking? Automatically you tune into that without first thinking, wait a minute, what do I need right now? Do I need to go do something else? Do I need to change the topic? Do I need to do whatever I need to do for me? Or is it more important to tune in to this other person? And there'll be plenty of times that you want to tune into that other person for a variety of reasons. But if you're in the habit of not making that decision consciously, then life is going to be a really big drag for you, because other people feel all kinds of things often, and you don't need to be like a little jellyfish floating around the ocean without control of where you're going. That's how I used to feel when I was an empath. Just like a jellyfish that got splashed around by the waves. And I was very aware that I felt that way. I just didn't know that there was another choice or how to use it. Now, me looking back on that, I think that's funny that I wouldn't have gotten the idea, oh, well, maybe I need to learn to swim, in metaphorically meaning to learn to control my direction. But I just didn't realize that. I knew that I felt overwhelmed and had no direction. I just didn't know how to develop that direction. And the way that comes is connecting with source and connecting with your inner being and your own emotions, and that will give you your own specific direction. And we'll talk more about that in part 2. Thanks.